YouTube is up as well. What's up, guys? Justin R. Harris here. LinkedIn and YouTube up like they are supposed to, back with the Daily Drucker. You guys know the business model here. The business model here is business, right? Following the Daily Drucker, 366 days of just business, inspirational, innovative thinking, progressive building, if you will, moving forward. So that's exactly what we cover here. You guys know what I need you to do when it comes to the algorithms. Do it. Do what you're supposed to do. All right, so here's the deal. So we're going to cover some topics here. We're talking about management. And with management, you have your knowledge workers, and then you also have your manual workers. So I'm going to read you guys some text here when it comes to that, because I don't want to deviate from his topic with this one, because I felt like it was critical. So let's just follow along and listen closely, if you will. Here's what he explains. He says, knowledge workers own the means of production, right? It is the knowledge between their ears, and it is totally portable and enormous capital asset. What does he mean by that? He means that the knowledge worker doesn't always have to be present. He says because knowledge workers own their means of production, they are mobile, right? Because the information, what it is that they know, is all in their head, right? So they're dangerous. You want to keep them there. If they are your highly knowledgeable sources there, you want to make sure that you keep them there and keep those employees happy. But he elaborates from there. He says manual workers need the job much more than the job needs them. Why? Because manual workers, in order for them to apply their skills, they have to apply their skills in your facility. Because whatever it is that they do with their hands, they're doing at your job. They're not doing at their home, right? Because everything to do their job is at your facility or business or whatever you have. He says it may still not be true for all knowledge workers that the organization needs them more than they need the organization. But for most of them, it is symbiotic relationship in which the two need each other in equal measure. Does that make sense? Because that knowledge worker, although they have all the intelligence and gone to school or whatever they have learned and they apply, they could do from home or remotely or on the phone, maybe the resources or the tools they need to apply their knowledge, right? Whether it's a computer, it's software, things like that, all the accessories are only available at the business. Does that make sense? So that's how that, and so he elaborates from there. I definitely want to go further because he says, management's duty is to preserve the assets of the institution in its care. What does this mean when the knowledge of the individual knowledge worker becomes an asset and in more and more cases, the main asset of the institution? Another question he formulates on you. He says, what does this mean for personal policy? What is needed to attract to hold the highest producing knowledge workers? What is needed to increase their productivity and to convert their increased productivity into performance capacity for the organization, right? So how are you making them happy? How are you keeping them? And what is needed to maintain the path of the organization for the overall success and productivity of your company, right? So all those things are imperative. He does drop his action point here, and I don't want to miss this for you. He goes, attract and hold the highest producing knowledge worker by treating them and their knowledge as the organization's most valuable assets. Does that make sense? In other words, make them happy, right? So give that employee incentives, do things that are going to always motivate them, inspire them. They jump out of bed. They can't wait to come to work. Like Warren Buffett's book, Tiptoeing to Work, right? Great book. But it's because you love what you do, right? You enjoy it. It's a great atmosphere. There's ups and downs like in anything. You have to hate things and love it at the same time, but it's a great way of moving forward and being excited about what you do. That's it. That's it in a nutshell. See you guys next time. Thanks for checking in.